Hello everyone, Flying High here, Electronic Fighter Pilot School, and today I'm going to teach you how to start the F-14B Tomcat from DCS using a realistic pilot checklist. So let's hop in the cockpit. To get the F-14 started, we're going to need the help of the Rio back there. Hello slider, and also we are going to need an external electric source and also an external air supply source. That's gonna be because we're gonna need to plug into external power to energize our instruments and also to give power to the spark plugs to ignite the fuel, and we also need the external air to spin the turbine and help the engine start. So we're gonna tell our ground crew first that we're gonna need the external electric power.
Chief, turn on the ground power.
Yep,
Copy.
here it comes. And we're also going to tell our ground
Power
crew
is now on.
to turn on our ground air supply.
Chief, connect ground air supply.
Now you can see that with the power on, our cockpit has come to life. We have some
Ground air
lights on the
supply is
panel,
now connected.
and now you can also listen to the air supply connected. So from there, let's start with our checklist. First of all, we're gonna need to turn our oxygen on. It's gonna pump oxygen to our masks. We're gonna turn here, we're gonna engage our ejection seat so it's not unsafe. We can eject in case of emergencies. And now, as I was telling you, we need our Rio's help, so we're gonna tell our Rio that we want to start up.
Roger that.
He's gonna make an ICS check, communication.
ICS comm check. Can you hear me?
I'm gonna tell him that I can listen to him loud and clear.
Okay.
The ICS is the internal communication system, so I can speak to my Rio while we're flying. That's working fine, and now he's going to close the cockpit.
I'm closing the canopy.
Alright, here it comes. And it's gonna lock.
Ready to start.
Alright, he's telling us that we're ready to start. So now, to start the engines, we're gonna start with the right one. We're gonna go to the left here, and we're gonna put our ignition crank switch to the right, and that's going to start to spin the engine. This is the RPM indicator. When it gets to the third line here, that's 20%. I'm gonna move my right throttle from off to idle. Now there it is in idle, and now we're gonna wait for the RPMs to stabilize at around 70%. You're gonna see the temperature come up. That's normal. And here it comes. You can listen to it spin faster and faster. See, our hydraulic pressure is live on the right engine too, and now it's stabilized. Now that the right engine is running, we can actually turn our ground crew to turn off the external electric power. That's not it. We're gonna turn it off.
Chief, turn off the ground power.
We don't need external power anymore because now we're running on our own power from the right engine. And now we're actually going to crank our left engine. So let's do that. Same procedure, wait to the RPMs to come to 20% and move the throttle to idle. 10%. A little more. 20%. Let's move our throttle to idle. Left throttle to idle. There it goes. We can look at it from the outside if you want to. You're gonna see how the engine nostril is closed. It's gonna open when it goes to idle. The right one is already running, you can see. You're gonna see it open soon. There it goes. Both engines running on idle. Okay, so now with both engines running, we can turn off our external air source.
Chief, disconnect ground
We don't
air
need
supply.
any air source now from the external. And we can actually turn on our internal air source from the engine. So I can choose here the air source coming in from the outside to the inside by both engines. So I can choose that. I can actually choose the right engine or the left engine. Click on both. That's enough. That's good enough. That's part of the procedure. And now the next step, we're gonna need also a Rio to do an alignment on the internal navigation system and the OGNAN radar of the airplane. So we're gonna tell Rio to align. We have four options. Number one is gonna be go now, which it's go now with no alignment, so we won't be able to shoot any weapons and won't be as fine in terms of navigation. We can tell them go course. It's gonna be a easy alignment or shorter alignment that's gonna help us to fly and navigate, but not shoot weapons, not precision weapons. Now here, with minimum weapon launch, we can actually launch weapons, and with go fine, we can actually, that's gonna be the best, or the one that you're gonna use when you wanna launch weapons, or when you wanna go on more complex navigation. Okay. So for now we're gonna go on go course because we don't have weapons or anything.
Okay.
So while he does that, I'm gonna do a cockpit check from left to right. Okay, so first of all, I want to turn on my radio. Here, I'm gonna put it on manual. That's it. I'm gonna turn on my stabilization system from my pitch, elevators, from my roll. It's gonna be our spoilers and also elevators, and our jaw or rudders. It's gonna stabilize our airplane. Now, I need to put my wings on the auto position. So to do that, I'm gonna move this emergency wing sweep lever all the way forward, click it down, close the cover, and then press this button here that is going to reset the computer. I'm gonna check my Christmas tree here, see that I don't have any indications of malfunction, so I'm running fine. And I'm gonna see my wing sweep indicator here that it's now showing 68 degrees, which wings are swept back. And I can actually open them up, test them. Here they come, wings are moving. Okay, wings are open, and I'm gonna see my indication here at 20 degrees. Okay, now that my wings are ready to go, I'm gonna go here to my altimeter. I'm gonna set it from standby to operate. So I'm gonna reset here with right click, 3 seconds, 3, boom. Now altimeter is ready. I'm gonna turn on my radio altimeter. I'm gonna put my mark with any altitude I want my alarm to sound. I always use 400 feet, it's fine. Here we're fine. We're not using any weapons right now. Here with our backup horizon, or artificial horizon, or you wanna say our attitude indicator, we're
Ready
gonna
to taxi.
engage it. And did you hear that? Now Chester says we're ready to taxi. I'm almost done too, so we're gonna be ready at the same time. So that's done on cage. Now I'm gonna turn on my BDI, my HUD, and my HSD, horizontal situation display. Now to the right, I'm just gonna turn on my ARA or radar warning system. It's gonna be that. And then I can lastly turn on some lights. I'm gonna turn on my anti-collision lights and my master light switch. Okay, so that's gonna be it. From now we can actually taxi the Tomcat to the runway, and then we will have to do our pre-takeoff check, which I will show in some other videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, learned something new, and I'll see you guys in the skies.